Hello everybody, Dylan here. Now, last time I did a video called Chris Chan Blocked by the World. This time we are going to be doing a follow-up, so I decided to call it Chris Chan Blocks the World. I'm calling it that because Chris Chan has locked down his Twitter, meaning now only people at Chris Chan want to see his Twitter account can actually see it. So, for quite a few people, they won't be able to see what's going on in Chris's life. I'll keep trying to do these updates whenever anything interesting happens involving Chris Chan. It's just I don't want to do too many videos just talking about typical mundane shit. I mainly just want to talk about the bigger events in Chris's life. So if anything really funny happens, then I'll do a video, but don't expect too many videos like this unless something really big happens. Now, what ended up happening, for a recap of what went on last time, trolls and people who were actually somewhat genuinely concerned about Chris on the internet were going around and telling people that they should block Chris Chan, this being celebrities that Chris Chan knows. Now, there is some actual concern here because Chris Chan has been known to stalk people before. He actually stalked Doopy Doo-Over until she ended up blocking him. So Chris Chan has been known to stalk people. Chris Chan has been known to dox people. There is legitimate reasons for people to want to block Chris Chan. But does this mean I really support the trolls that are going around and getting people to block Chris and are harassing them? No, I don't think that you should go and harass people to get them to block Chris. I think that eventually they'll come to their senses and block Chris anyway. There's no need to spam innocent people who have nothing to do with this at all, just because Chris Chan followed them on Twitter. But because of all that happened, Chris Chan had a mental breakdown, and we are going to be looking at that. Now, I am skimming over a lot of this because I only want to cover the parts that I personally found funny. So if you want a more in-depth version, this isn't the video for you. I'm just making fun of what I actually thought was funny. Chris Chan says, "Okay, now I feel closer to crying face spammed a bunch. I hope you all are happy with yourselves. Now, congratulations." We see that he shared a photo and it says, "At Chris Chan, don't ever contact my friends ever again, you monster. You're disgusting. Don't you dare try to play victim. You're not a victim. You are scum." This person also kind of does that thing that Chris Chan does where they all caps for no fucking reason. I get that it's supposed to emphasize that you're raising your voice, but on the internet, when you're in a text-based conversation, there's no need to raise your voice. Stop being edgy. It doesn't make you look tough. It just looks bad. Chris Chan then says, "I'm freaking scum, and I am being torn apart. Go ahead. I create a respawn generator in the secret rift." I hope that's not the secret rift I'm thinking of. And apparently Chris Chan is making respawn jokes, so I'm assuming it's like a video game reference, how like you die in a video game and then you respawn. But he says, "Just go ahead and tear me apart more. I deserve it for being the monster since 2007. This is Chris Chan throwing himself a massive fucking pity party. He wants you to feel bad for him, and he's gonna keep shitting on himself until you pat him on the back and say, "No, it's okay, Chris. You're not scum. You're a good person." Well, Chris Chan, that's not how life works. You need to learn that some people are going to call you mean things. Just ignore it and move on, but you'll never learn that. The haters are the heroes in this world of 1218. Hoorah! Crying face spam. Oh, God. Chris Chan, no one said the trolls are the heroes. Sometimes the trolls are funnier than you, sometimes the trolls are better people than you. But the trolls can be the bad guys too. Not everyone agrees with what Clyde Cash did. Hardly anyone agrees with what Blue Spike or the Idea Guy did. Do you think people would see people like Blue Spike and the Idea Guy as heroes? Hardly anyone would. It only took 4.5 years since the last time for everyone's combined internet abuse efforts to break me again. Yes, Chris, go around announcing that people are actually getting to you. That will definitely stop the trolling. Because when people want to fuck with you, they definitely don't want a reaction. They definitely don't want what you're doing right here. I'm on no sleep tonight, and melatonin's not working either. Well, if you're taking your pills, Chris, keep taking them. Don't stop taking them because they're not working. Maybe you should contact your doctor and see if you can get a stronger dose, but I would also recommend getting some fucking sleep, because it does make some people nervous, but I don't think that this spell is being caused by Chris Chan not sleeping. I think Chris Chan just wants an easy out in case someone tries to hold him accountable for throwing a hissy fit on Twitter. Because then he can be like, I was sleep deprived, you don't understand. This second post, Chris Chan says, the only thing got through to me in that is no sleep, headaches, more needless stress, and I am really not feeling well. I feel sick, barf face emoji. I hope the emoji thing isn't a new quickism, because I really don't like it. I hope it was worth it to make me sick. Oh, come on, Chris. Someone called you scum, and now you're just gonna keep fucking throwing a pity party. You guys made me feel sick. Please pat me on the back and tell me it'll be okay. Because before this chaos, I was nor. Chris, check your spelling. I was not harassing anyone. The bad trolls and haters were doing that. Now, while you weren't harassing anyone, Chris, you do cause issues. And those issues include the people that are around you. And like it or not, these are the people who pay you. These are the people responsible for you living. So if you have accepted this money and spent this money, you have to accept that this is your audience. These are your fans. And that's just something you have to deal with, Chris. You can delete your Twitter, you can delete your internet presence, but then where are you going to get your funding? Where are you going to get your money? This is your life. If you want it to end, get a job. That's the only thing I can tell you, because when you have to stop relying on the internet money, that's when you can be fully independent and not have to deal with these people. Oh, someone else called him scum in a tweet. Is that the same one? Yeah, it's the same one. He's really letting that get to him. You might have gotten through to him. Applaud. Yeah, Chris Chan really didn't like being called scum, apparently. What part of haters and targeting do you all not get? Because I know for a fact that this is what it was in the first place. Here's hard evidence of haters harassing one of my friends. And this is the Liquid Chris account. This is not actually the Liquid Chris. Don't be messaging me saying, hey Dylan, Liquid Chris is back. This is an imposter. It's not him. He says, your CPU goddess unleashed. And it shows that video of Chris Chan humping a pillow, which I still think was troll-induced and he was blackmailed into doing. And, yeah, that's all it is, and he added some people. So apparently this Liquid Chris impersonator is one of the trolls getting Chris Chan blocked on Twitter. I don't want that to be the top tweet, but if it will serve and prove the facts that misguide fears from those who actually have been spreading it, and why the freak they are being touted as heroes. No one's calling this fake Liquid Chris a hero. The real Liquid Chris was a hero. I am not liking this world. Well, don't do anything drastic. Don't kill yourself because you think you're going to transform into your Sonichu OC. You're just going to be dead. I mean, I am not at all harassing anyone. I am not at all intentionally or purposely sending out haters, though. You're not intentionally sending out haters and bullies, but that's just a result of the audience that you've attracted, Chris. People do have legit reasons to not want you or your audience around them, to target and harass anyone either. Hell no, these bastards have been doing it on their own accord for years. Yeah, but the people who follow you are probably somewhat cringy like you. They don't want to end up on Encyclopedia Dramatica because of you. They don't want to end up on Kiwi Farms because of you. They just want to live a normal life. And you're causing issues, Chris. And they keep throwing the harassment term onto me. I am sick and tired of it. And now they spread mistaken fears and hatred of me to everyone. I still do what I shall and will stand up for the major bugbears that are the hater and harassers. And then Christian says, I do not deserve the hatred and being blocked. They do. And it shows some weird, I don't know, I'm gonna say My Little Pony live action girl, fucking human My Little Pony girl having a spurg out. I am being misblocked for the wrongest of reasons. And then I love this. It's Sammy Classic Sonic fan saying, when will you learn? When will you learn? Your actions have consequences. I love that meme. It fits here. He says, another point that I feel needs to be bringing up. There are imposter accounts on Twitter who have been pretending to be me and harassing the good people as well. I feel it advised the remaining Brony analysts reading this. Is the Brony analyst community harboring Chris Chan? Have the Brony analysts been talking to Chris Chan? Because if so, you guys need to get better standards. There's other people you could talk to besides Chris to check with everyone who supposed got harassed and hate. That makes no fucking sense as a sentence, Chris. I had to read that multiple times just to get that reading right. And let's see what this person said. It's a fake Chris Chan, and you can tell because their @ is Otaku Fang. And it says, a slanderous troll attacking me. Boy, I've had it stop now, now, now. So yeah, apparently people are posing as Chris Chan. You can tell by the @ if it's actually Chris Chan. If it's not @CWC Sonichu, it's not the real Chris Chan. This is a real problem, but I'm not here to put my morality onto people. I'm just saying that I wouldn't do that. Messages and commentary from me when it really is one of the... What the fuck is a bugbear? What the fuck is... Okay, he says he's using bugbear as an umbrella term for haters and harassers and all the trolls. Why? What the fuck is a bugbear? Anyhow, everyone should check the Chris Chan who did harass onto them, because highly likely it was not from me at all. @CWC Sonichu is me. Okay, so Chris Chan says what I just said. I have no intention of changing my own main account. Those with similar, such as Real CWC or CW True or Liquid Chew 420. If someone's name is Liquid Chew 420 and they take them seriously, just come on, Chris. @CWC Sonichu 1, @CWC Sonichu 1982, and so forth, similar. They are not me. They may also try to throw it away from themselves by tagging me or adding @CWC Sonichu into their tweets, replies, and DMs. Do not be fooled. Chris, you're asking a lot for people. You're saying if people that you follow start getting harassed, it is their job to investigate and be sure you had no involvement. And even though they can prove that you had no involvement, they are still going to be harassed, but they should accept being harassed because that is the cost of having you as a friend. A lot of people aren't going to do this, Chris. They're just going to block you because they don't want to have to go through this daily just because you decided to follow them. I admit, I have only 2 alt accounts. You should have no alt accounts, Chris. That's only looking bad on you. @Nightstar2891, and the other one that I seriously cannot recall its name. You lost it, so what the fuck? How would they know it's you then? How would they know that you're not on the alt account you can't remember? Someone might remember it. Had the avatar of Twilight Sparkle and a disco jacket. God, Chris, you need better taste. And Magic-chan, you have so many? What the fuck, Chris? That's a lot of alt accounts. And Magic-chan 11448. I did personally help create with and for my hubby, which is fictional, meaning that's just you pretending to be him. There are absolutely no other Twitter accounts under my own creation and control, as far as we know. Point is, if it's not @CWC Sonichu, it's not me. Well, then there's a lot of other ones too, Chris. That's not you're not telling the truth because it could be any of those other accounts. Whatever, I get the gist of what you're saying. If you were recently victimized by an imposter that blocked me, then you should definitely... Chris, how are they reading this if they blocked you? You want them to read this post, and if they blocked you wrongfully, unblock you. How will they unblock you if they can't read your post because you're blocked? I would appreciate being unblocked. Retweet this tweet with no set comment above. It would be well appreciated. Thank you. Well, they still can't see it, Chris. They can't see your tweet if you're blocked. He just doesn't understand that. He just doesn't get. God. Y'all's abusive, reckless, needless, and downright offensive imagery and commentary are one thing that simply drives me crazy and crazier. If I never had to deal with any of your blackmail and BS since 2007, I would not be so crazy to target you bugbears back. Well, how about you don't feed into their shit, Chris? If you don't feed into their shit, then they can't fuck with you. And more pony shit, because of course. You all think I'm not tired of countering all of you, well then stop doing it. For coercing and deceiving others into misguided fear or hatred. No, you do that good enough on your own, Chris. The trolls don't even have to do much. You give all this information willingly. Of me. And a very outdated reputation. It's not outdated apparently because you're still acting like a nut, Chris. You all keep bugging and bopping me and everyone else in harassment after harassment. If you really changed, Chris, you wouldn't be having this episode right now. I am tired. As much as I would admire to live my life, I simply cannot, in good consciousness and subconsciousness of both mind and soul, leave with everyone I like hating me. Quit caring. It's people on the internet, Chris. Why do you care what they think of you? Go out and get a life. You shouldn't be this involved with the internet to where you care if some idiot on Twitter blocks you. For the wrongest and misguided reasons. Also, think it is one thing to follow someone famous you like, but after you've graced their view with kindness, supportive commentary, not abusing them with outdated, not safe for work gifts or overzealous flirtations at all, maybe even one simple face-to-face meet and greet, then one online hater pretending to be you, put on a fake Twitter account behind your back and out of your view, pulls an outdated shit from your past. That is not from your past. That's you humping the pillow. That just happened last year. I'm believing it happened last year. So, yeah, Chris, that's not outdated. That's really fucking recent. That's you with your fake tranny tits. That's you with your long hair. It's not outdated. Now, do I think that Liquid Chris Imposter should be sharing this? No, because no one should be seeing this on Twitter. But that is undeniably you. You made that video, Chris. That's your fault. And making those individuals you appreciate through their works and efforts to have... Chris, you did this to yourself. You made the video. You can't be blaming other people for sharing the shit that you do. Unloathe you based on misguided fears and hatred. They have all the rights to be afraid because you are fucking weird, Chris. That injustice is what I seriously can and will never stand for at all. Well, what are you gonna fucking do, Chris? What are you really gonna do? You can't do anything to stop them. And that is why I'm taking my stand against you bugbears now. You all attacked me beyond internet reach into offline territories. It's not affecting you offline, Chris. And then Chris makes me want to laugh by saying, I am still working very hard to redeem myself in the eyes of those who have rejected me over the past week due to the injustices that have been brought onto them with misguided fears from no, it's not years old, that happened last year, literally a few months ago, Chris. It's not old evidence. If this was the Jule sex tape, you'd have a point, but this is recent shit. yet ashamed mistakes. Chris, if every time you do something terrible you consider a mistake and then want people to forget about it, you'll be able to get away with everything. All you have to do is go, oh, that was a mistake, I'm sorry, and then it's gone. You should be held accountable for your words just like everyone else. You should be held accountable for your actions just like everyone else. I really doubt that you will ever hear this or understand this, but that is how life works. Everyone should be treated equally. I had made, most of which were manipulations. We'll explain that to them. Just say, hey, I'm a big dummy, and I got manipulated into humping a pillow and singing All-Star. Tell them that. I'm sure they'll get a laugh out of it. Those haters and harassers of yesterdecade, no, it was this decade, who still want to torture me worse into my offline social life. I've seen nothing affect you offline so far in this decade. I cannot and shall not rest over my weary, broken mind until I see these people liking me once again. Chris, their opinions don't matter. You are going to drive yourself insane because you are trying to please people you'll never meet. Because to them, all I did was offer support. Chris, it doesn't matter. And kind commentaries and thoughts and replies again and again. And what falls below each and every positive note, I leave but a cacophony of misconstrued and twisted takes on my own choices and phrasings and my genuine kindness. I was never hitting on anyone. I never intended to harm onto anyone. And I certainly never meant to offend. And I never harassed. No, that harassment came from the cyberbullies who continue to stalk me day after day, month after month, year after year since year 2007. I don't like how he typed that. Going on 12 years. Well, then leave the internet, Chris, if you can't handle it. When will you lot of annoying bullies who fetish on hatred and harassment simply back off? When you leave them alone, Chris. The more that you address them, the more that you acknowledge them, the more they'll want to fuck with you. And let me live my offline and online life in peace. Online, people can do and say whatever they want to, Chris. That's just what's gonna happen. And for me to spread sincere kindness and support without getting twisted and misinterpreted as another freaking penis or fart joke. I have no idea what he's talking about there. I am long sick and tired of this grave injustice, oh shut up, that continues to linger in my online footsteps. In a better part of this world, action does take place against continued hatred and mouse speech. Yet those bullies and bugbears continue to use freedom of speech amendment first as their excuse. Yes, Chris, the freedom of speech entitles you to say whatever you want to. For continued abuse on the internet that people, which is a perfect example of abuse, to which is amongst the amendments surrounding the Constitution. No, it isn't, Chris. That does not... You just made that up. What people are doing does not constitute as abuse, and it's not in the Constitution, you dipshit. A call to action would count, but so far, I haven't seen this Liquid Chris account fucking saying, hey, Chris, go shoot up a school, or Chris is going to shoot up a school, or hey, go shoot up Chris's house. He's done nothing that could be seen as a call to action so far. Our four people left behind in the millennium, century, and decade past, and I certainly do not stand for any of the abuse to everyone on the internet in the United States in the name of the worst mislabeling onto any... God, Chris, you are sounding just like Chris from 2007. No wonder why people are fucking with you. This sounds just like your fucking addressment to Clyde Cash. You need to calm down before people read this and decide to fuck with you even further. I continue to do my work with great stride. My limited mind and body are to handle and I am reaching out for help resolving the injustice and misguided fears. Chris, no one's gonna get everyone to unblock you for you. If they really end up believing you, they will unblock you. We cannot control their mind. Resolving the injustice and misguided fears and hatred onto the innocent individuals that I like, who before had a positive impression of me. God, Chris keeps going. In recent years past, I have been the bullies and bugbears ongoing victim of cyberbullying, dissent, and blackmail since 2007. But I stand strong against those who have wronged me and wronged others into erroneously misplacing wrong onto me. I am a proud warrior in CPU. Why don't you just say, I'm proud to have autism while you're at it. And I shall not fall. And with the help of all of my allies near, far, and our sister dimension, we shall win over the hate and harassment. He's starting a bully crusade. Everyone run. Who is with me in the agreement and strength ability for the fights of our online and offline socializing freedoms. Thank you all for listening. Everyone who actually listens and does not criticize and demand every word I say. So, I guess that doesn't include me then. And now we come to our final post. Good day, everyone. I have just heard through the grapevine that apparently one who shall be noted as Kibo has also blocked me. I never knew this Kibo at all before today. Also, others also blocking me. That is a terrible sentence, Chris. That's not even close to being proper grammar. Me, who I also... God, 3 alsos in one sentence, Chris? Never heard of before. This is only a minor shock to me. But this does not make me believe that other individuals may be blocking me for the sake of writing on a trend or a meme. Yes, Chris, it's a meme to block you. Hashtag block Chris. Of other blocking me and possibly making up stories of being harassed by the bugbears who continue to stalk and follow me, ever fringing white knights. Going on asking these complete strangers to unblock me. I see through the charade, and I find it most distasteful. You tell people to go around telling people to unblock you, then people go around telling people to unblock you, then you say they're part of the trolls. What the fuck, Chris? I don't know if they're genuine or not. You don't know if they're genuine or not, but you're the fucking idiot who told people to do this. If everyone blocked me, everyone else in the world, just for attention, then each individual of this world would really be all alone on Twitter. No, they wouldn't. They would have plenty of people, because we don't need to block everyone. Not everyone's going to lead an army of retards to harass them. And yes, I know that it's not a willing army of retards, but they follow you because you're a retard. Therefore, I feel much advised to voice my discouragement toward the trend or meme. Never block anyone for the attention of attention grabbing and wanting. It's simply not good. At Twitter support, please make a note of this trend and meme. Like they're gonna do anything, Chris. So yeah, this was part 2 of the Chris Chan Twitter saga. Part 1 was everybody in the world blocking Chris Chan, and part 2 has been how Chris Chan responded to that. Hopefully you guys like this video. I've been going through a lot. My throat hurts really bad right now. I'm feeling kind of sick, so I'm just ready to go to bed. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, hit the like button. If you really like it, share it. If you want to see more Chris Chan content like this, then subscribe. I've got plenty more videos in the works. Hopefully I can get them out soon. Thank you guys for watching, and bye.
From ỵ, have you seen Chris Chan on here yet? Is Chris Chan on the bully No. Is Chris Chan on the bully list? Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We might have a special appearance by a special boy. We have to take a look, though. Okay. All right, we'll take a look at this. Breaking news. Chris-Chan is listed on the bully list. Let's take a look. Christian Weston Chandler wrote, I pray to God and Jesus to kill you. If we ever meet in public, I will beat your lights out with hard punches. This was posted on January 27th, 2019. Unemployed from Ruckersville, Virginia. Social media was Twitter. Is this you? If you believe this entry is fraudulent, untrue, or unfair, you may begin the dispute resolution process. Chris-Chan, what's going on? Why are you praying to God and Jesus that people need to be killed? That's bullying, and that's just wrong. Nobody likes a bully jerk, Chris-Chan. What are you doing, champ?